Hello YouTube, this is the DBT Gamer Show, episode 88. And today, I'm going to do a new console review. Today I'm going to review my Sony PlayStation 2 Slimline. Now, I've had my Sony PS2 Slim for about half a year now. I bought it off my sister for about 60 quid. It's a pretty good machine. Anyway, let's start this review. First, because of the graphics. The graphics of PS2 are really, really good. They're tiny bit better than the GameCube, but they're a little bit better than the GameCube. But on some of the games you can't really tell. But this thing has really good graphics. Next, let's go to the controller. Well, I have two controllers. I've got a Sony one, and they're quite a nice shape to hold. The thumbsticks are in a quite convenient place, and they feel really nice. And most of the buttons feel really nice. But there's one thing I never really liked that much, and that was the PS2 D-pad, or the arrow pad, whatever you want to call it. I don't know why Sony thought it was a good idea to separate the arrow pad into a selection of underpad buttons, but it doesn't always seem to feel right. But other than that, the controller's pretty good. I have a second controller as well, made by a third party called Logic 3, and this controller has the proper D-pad and a couple of extra turbo and clear buttons. I never understood what turbo and clear really did, because I used to have an old turbo controller as a kid, where you could actually make turbo A button for N64, but for this thing, it doesn't seem to work that well. Oh, but the rest of the control works fine. Okay, next one. Now, I've stored it on a PlayStation 2. Obviously, it would be a disc machine. You have to have a memory card. And the memory card that I have, I've got two PS1 ones and two PS2 ones. Now, the memory cards of the PS1, I've always thought they were a bit too small. They're only 1 megabyte, and you can't really store that much space on them. That's one of the main reasons why I have two of them. But the PS2 ones, these are 8 megabytes, so you can store a lot more stuff on them. It would be nice if they released a PS1 one with a bit more space on it. The memory cards themselves work quite well. They are quite reliable. They won't delete all your stuff without warning, so they are quite reliable. Get across the game boxes. Well, the game boxes for the PS2 are quite good. You just find a game. This is my Metal Gear Solid 2 box. I reviewed it earlier on this year. The boxes themselves are quite good. They inform you of everything that the game needs. At the bottom there's a thing that says 1 player, memory card, tells you how much KB you need, what controller you're going to need. The writing can be a little bit small and a little bit hard to read though, but other than that, the boxes are fine. They're very similar to the GameCube boxes, and they're really good and they keep you well informed. Okay, let's go to the multiplayer aspect of the machine. Well, the PS2, when you first get out of the box, it's capable of 1 to 2 players, but one of the accessories that my friend Zach gave me when he sold his PS2 was this PS2 multi-tap 4-square thingy. Can't remember what it's called, but it gives you the ability to play 4 players and also have 4 memory cards. as far as I know, that there weren't that many 4-player PS2 games. Most of the games were just 2-player or 1-player. So, there. I do have one more accessory for my PS2. This is my light gun. I use this when I play Resident Evil Dead Aim. I also used it in my Resident Evil Dead Aim review. It's a very good gun. Most of the buttons feel really nice. It works really well. As long as you sync it up to your TV right, which can be a bit of a pain. Okay, now let's go through some more good stuff about PS2. Well, let's look at the games. Well, I only own 5 PS2 games, but I am planning on buying some more. I own Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Devil May Cry, Robot Wars, and Resident Evil Dead Aim. That's it. I am planning to buy some more PS2 games in the future, but I haven't really seen it I like yet. There are several games on the PS2, and most of them are really good. So the machine has got a good selection of games. Now, PS2 did have an online feature, but the online service has been closed down for several reasons. One, the PlayStation 3 is out now, and not many people want to play online PS2. And two, I think you need to buy a disc and an internet cable to get online anyway, because I've never actually played online with PS2, but I once tried it to work, I couldn't get it to work. And when it goes to the sound quality of the system, well, the sound quality of this system is really good. It's capable of mono, stereo, and also surround sound. So this thing can really make a noise when it wants to. Another quite good feature is that you can also play CDs, so you can listen to your music on it. And also, it can play DVDs, so you can watch your films on it. Now, personally, I don't really use it as a DVD player that much. One big reason, I don't really like controlling my DVDs with the PS2 controller. Feels a bit weird to me. You can buy a PS2 remote, which looks like a DVD remote, which makes everything a little bit easier, but I prefer to use my standard DVD player anyway. Anyway, let's rate the Sony PlayStation 2 Slimline. I give it a 4 out of 5. It's a pretty good system, and it's definitely worth buying unless you have a PS3 at 60 gig. Because the PS3 at the moment, only the 60 gig and the 20 gig play PS2 games, whereas the 40 gig only plays PS1 games, and the 60 gig plays both. They kind of screwed that up with the PS3. Every version should be able to play every game. So the PS2 Slim gets a 4 out of 5. My next review will be Pokemon Sapphire version for the GBA. Until then, bye bye.